Ayan, alright. So, yung topic natin today is more of guidelines to using indicators. So, what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna show you a couple of types of indicators. Kung baga, i-define muna natin kung ano yung mga different types of indicators na pwede nyo magamit. Mga general types lang. Kasi maraming klase, may mga unique kasi. So, it's kind of hard to categorize them. Pero at least yung mga general, yung mga general categories that they fall into, I'll try to differentiate them. And then, titingnan natin yung mga popular indicators that you can check out. And ano yung best uses for them, and yung kumbaga yung principles on how to really integrate an indicator doon sa trading natin, sa trading plan natin, no? Kasi sa totoo lang, hindi naman natin kailangan ng maraming indicators. So you don't really need a lot of indicators for you to be able to analyze the market properly. No? Some people prefer a lot, some people just use one or two. But what's important is that you're actually able to use that indicator to its fullest. No? Naiintindihan mo kung para saan yung indicator na yun at kung ano yung pinanggagalingan ng indicator na yun. And hopefully that can help you in your trading plan. So it's not gonna be kasi may mga ibang tao na pag naglalagay ng indicator, parang the more the merrier. No? I'm sure nakakita na kayo ng charts na gano'n yung parang 10 yung indicator, di ba? Kung makikita nyo, parang nagpa-pile up dito sa ilalim lahat ng indicators, for example. I'm sure may mga nakita na kayong ganito yung tsura. Kunwari, meron niyang halo-halo yan eh. May MACD, tapos maglalagay pa ng RSI, and nasan ba yung relative strength index, no? Tapos maglalagay pa ng CCI. Dito may CCI. Alam ko na sa kabila yan. Ayun, CCI. Yan, so kumbaga kumakapal. Kita nyo yung parang charts, halos hindi nyo na nakikita eh. Kunti pa nga lang yan eh. Minsan parang 5 pa yan eh. Tapos dun sa charts nila mismo, ang daming nakalagay. For example, they put in Ichimoku, di ba? Tapos after ng Ichimoku, maglalagay ng mga ilang moving average. So, sabihin natin, meron ka nung 20, tapos mamaya meron ka nung 50. Makita ko lang sa inyo yung mga makulay na charts. I'm sure nakakita na kayo ng mga ganyan, no? No, I don't have anything against those types of systems. But what's important is that we have a full understanding of what it's really for. Di ba? Yung mga ganyan. Tapos may ano pa yan. Parabolic Sar. Ang dami man yan eh. So, kumbaga nagiging ganyan yung itsura ng nagiging itsura yung ng ganyan yung charts. Now, that's okay if you're able to fully use your indicators well, no? Pero kung nagiging palamuti lang sila, hindi na maganda yun. No? If they're just being an obstacle, may time na parang obstacle na siya. No? Sa charts mo, na parang nasa na ba ulit yung candlestick? Ano ba itsura na? So, parang mag-zoom in ka ng sobra, tapos ang pangit na nung scaling ng charts mo, hindi mo na talaga maintindihan. Lahat sila flat na, di ba? Kasi pag ganyan yung charts, ang itsura niyan, flat yung charts mo eh. So, you won't actually be able to analyze the market well. Kanwari, pag tinignan mo from this point of view, it looks like the market gave you this. Di ba? Tingnan yung movement ng market. No? Wait lang, i-drawing ko yung itsura. No? Your current perspective is like this, no? Akyat, tapos ganyan. Di ba? So parang isang diretsong akyat lang yung market. No? But in reality, if you actually take it all out, if you simplify your charts, ganyan pala yung itsura niya. So, ang layo, di ba? So, this is actually what your charts look like. So, you kind of tend to forget kung ano yung itsura talaga nung current market. No? So, that's what I'm going to clean up for today. No? So, first and foremost, tingnan muna natin yung mga commonly used indicators. Para tingnan natin, no? Are you using it well or are you not? No? Is there more to the indicator than meets the eye? Okay. And then later, mamaya, pag may time tayo, maybe you can request for a couple of indicators. Let's see if I know how to use it well. I don't know every single indicator here, but relatively, I have a good grasp of the most used ones. No? So baka pwede ko kayo tulungan kung hindi nyo naintindihan yung indicator. Okay, I have a couple of comments coming in. I'm very happy that the last webinar was very helpful. Thank you for that. Ayan, ganyan magulo sa akin dati. Tapos, parang nahirapan sa sariling trade. To be honest, ako din. No? When I was trading a couple of years ago, ganyan yung itsura ng charts ko. Tapos na-realize ko na parang hindi ko na makita yung presyo. So I kind of took them one by one and really checked if it's helping me or not, no? Or napapagulo yung market. Okay. So anyway, let's try to define a couple of indicators. So the types of indicators that you can check out, actually nakasulat naman dyan no? Insert indicators. You have several trend indicators. Meron kang indicators that can help you identify kung saan generally papunta yung market. Each indicator there has their strengths and weaknesses. And then you have these oscillators. Ano yung oscillators? Oscillators meaning umaakyat at bumababa siya. It oscillates, no? Up, down, up, down, up, down. So these are more of indicators that can tell you the momentum of the market. No? Meaning pag mas malikot yung market, mas magalaw yung market, it gives you more momentum. It also shows you instances of overbought and oversold conditions. So karamihan ng mga indicators dyan can actually tell you kung masyado ng maraming nagbebenta sa market ngayon. That's called an oversold scenario. And with that, baka umakyat na yung market from there. Kasi dami nagbebenta masyado nang mababa yung price. So it could go up. It could retrace going up. At the same time, it could show you an overbought scenario. Ibig sabihin masyado nang maraming bumibili at pwede nang bumagsak from there. So, yan ang mga conditions dyan. Lastly, makikita din po dyan madalas yung mga divergences. No? Divergences, we'll talk about it in a bit. I think I tapped into it on the first webinar, no, yung divergences. We'll review it a little bit kasi personally, I use a lot of divergences for my oscillators. So, actually, yan ko sila mainly ginagamit talaga. No? Now, you have some indicators that show you volume. No? Ano yung volume, no? Volume, sadly, pag sa Forex, it's not the same as stocks. Kasi sa stocks, makikita mo yung actual volume, no? Pero sa Forex, hindi. Kasi decentralized yung market, So, walang central data na magsasabi sa'yo gaano karami yung kontratang binibiling euro at gaano karami yung binibentang kontratang euro, no? So, at most, the closest that you can get with that is called sentiment analysis, no? Titignan mo yung commitment of traders. To be honest, a futures exchange yun, hindi naman spot market yun. So, kumbaga, limited yung grasp natin with volume. So, instead, ang ginagamit na volume madalas is called tick volume. What's tick volume? Tick volume is kung gaano karaming beses gumalaw yung presyo. Meaning, the more ticks that happen, pag mas lalong gumagalaw ang presyo, mas malaki yung tick volume. So, there is now a relatively high correlation between tick volume, ibig sabihin gaano kalikot yung market, at saka yung actual volume ng market. No? So there's correlation there. No? To be honest, I don't know the math, no, how they were able to correlate it. And sabi nila, meron daw. So that's the reason why they're using tick volume instead of actual volume. Kasi hindi natin mag-grasp yung actual volume. No? So tick volume na lang. Meaning, kung ilang beses gumalaw ang presyo, binibilang yan, no? So, for example, in a span of 1 hour, no, each one charts ka, ilang beses gumalaw yung presyo during that 1 hour, no? So that gives you volume. And if the volume is increasing, no, tumalakas yung paggalaw na market over the next few hours, then you have increasing volume. No? The most popular one that is used actually is yung volumes indicator lang to make things very simple. Okay? Now, you have some other custom indicators, no? You have your Bill Williams stuff there, no? Mainly ang ginagamit dyan yung fractals, no? Alligator. To be honest, hindi ko ginagamit yung alligator. Fractals, hindi rin masyado, but may grasp naman tayo dyan. No? But I may have a better suggestion instead of fractals. And then you have a whole lot of custom indicators over here. So dito, medyo shabu-shabu na yan, no? There are some very unique indicators there, like your Heiken Ashi. No, Heiken Ashi, it kind of changes how your candlesticks look like. No? So, nagbabago yung itsura ng mga kandila nyo. No? So, it's not your usual candlesticks. Nag-iba based on high, low, in average niya. Okay? You have your Heiken Ashi there. You have a lot of things. May mga variations ng mga MACD, Parabolic Sar dyan yan. Okay? And personally, I like to use yung zigzag. No, kung napapansin nyo, dun sa mga charts na pinapakita ko lagi, I have zigzags and basically it tells me the tops and bottoms of the market. Okay? Alright. So, that's the general overview ng mga ng ating mga types of indicators. By the way, someone mentioned here na Hindi nakikita yung video. Can you guys see the video well? Malinaw ba? Alright, nakita naman. Okay, thank you for confirming. Mukha sa recording niya makikita to. Anyway, moving forward, no? Thanks for confirming. Ayan, so yun yung mga ano natin, no? Different types of indicators. So, what I'm saying here is that kailangan hindi nag-overlap yung indicators natin. No? What do you mean? Let's say, if you already have a trend following indicator, bakit ka maglalagay ng 5 pa? No? For example, you have an indicator that you're using right now. Sabihin natin, what we're using is a simple moving average. No? So, gawin natin 200 at 50. Okay, so let's go with this one and then this one. Ayan. So, this is one of the most commonly used indicators, no? Moving averages. No? A moving average, it basically gives you a line that averages the past X number of candlesticks. No? So, kanina nakasulat dun yung period pag nag-insert ka. Insert indicators, moving average. Makikita niyo po yung period. Basically, it averages the closing price of the past X number of candles. In this case, it's the past 50 candles. And then, itatanong sa inyo, ano yung method na gusto mo? Now, you have your simple versus exponential na method. Ang madalas na ginagamit is the exponential one. No? It's a smoother moving average. No? And then, ang ina-average niya is, ikaw pipili. No? Open, high, low, and close. Mainly, ang ginagamit is the closing price. No? And from there, you have your moving average. No? Now, the most common way to analyze the moving average is if you have only one, kanwari, yung ano muna, let's just take out yung 200 muna. Let's have a single moving average first. The simplest way to analyze this is... Hi, Max. Very nice to see you there. All right. Anyway, so the simplest way to interpret the moving average is basically kung nasa taas yung ano, kung nasa taas yung price, it's bullish. The market's bullish. If the price is below the moving average, it's generally bearish. No? So, if you take a look at it, very simple naman siya. No? Price is below, it's a downtrend. Price is above the moving average, it's an uptrend. No? Very simple. But as you can see, your indicators actually have their shortcomings. No? That's the reason why there's no indicator that is a holy grail in the market. No? Walang indicator na laging tama. No? There will always be problems with your indicators. Okay? So in this case, no, just by looking at your moving averages, ang laki ng problema kasi every time it shifts up and down, it's a new signal. No? And at this moment in time, kung makikita nyo, this moment right here, there's a lot of shifts from top to bottom, no? Above, below, above, below, above, below, above, below, above, below. So ang gulo. No? So you have to remedy that a little bit. So if you're using moving averages, no, a lot of people tend to use yung ano natin, 2 moving averages. The most common settings that are used are 50 and 200. No? There's a lot of variations to it, no? Pero yun yung mga pinaka madalas na ginagamit. So let's go with 200 right here. And okay. So one of the simplest ways to interpret this is whenever they cross each other, you know, you have a buy or sell signal. This is very common. I'm sure that a lot of people here are already familiar with that. No? But for the people who aren't yet familiar, no, at the start it may look like a holy grail. No? Kasi kung makikita nyo po, every time they do cross each other, for example, notice at this point in time, no, nag-cross yung red line, no, above the blue line. That's your buy signal. No? So tandaan nyo, pag yung fast-moving average or yung mas maliit na moving average crosses above the slower one, that's your buy signal. No? And true enough, umakyat nga naman yung price. Kung makita nyo, wow, galing yan, sir. Nag-cross sila, tapos umakyat na yung price. No? Oo nga naman. No? But if you think about it, the time that they already crossed, price was already here. So medyo delayed siya. No? So majority of your indicators, no, take note, are also delayed. No? Hindi sila mabilis mag-react sa market. It's more of medyo mabagal sila. No? So nandito na yung price sa taas na before we're able to buy. So if you did buy there, umakyat nga naman yung price, no? Which is good enough, no? Laki niya, that's like 1,000 pips, no? Maximum, inakyat niya. That's a lot. However, when did the moving average cross again? Giving you a sell signal. Meaning, kung nag-buy ka dyan, dapat mag-exit ka pag nag-cross sila ulit. No? They crossed somewhere around here already. Kung titignan nyo, umakyat na yung price, 1,000 pips, tapos nung bumaba na sila at nag-cross dito, you don't actually exit at the cross. Nasa na ba yung price na nag-cross sila? Andito na. No? Nasa baba na. So yung hinintay mo nang from September 2017 all the way to May 2018, no? Halos isang taon, you only got like 190 pips out of that. Okay. So kung nakikita nyo, delayed actually medyo yung entry. No? Yung entry is not bad. No? But the exit definitely is delayed. So yun yung mga dapat nating susolusyonan. No? You have to know the strengths and weaknesses of your indicators for you to be able to utilize them properly. Okay? So if you're using moving averages, no, yung entry signal, it's slightly delayed, no? Pero okay pa, kahit pa paano, if the market is truly trending upwards, it's okay to enter. No? However, if you're gonna use that to close your trade, definitely, it's a terrible idea. Ang layo na ng market, no? Bago siya nag-close ulit. And let's move here, no? Sabi niya dito, mag-sell, no? So you start selling here at this price. The market does go down, no? Tumuloy nga, layo ng binagsak niya, no? But when the price crossed back up again, dito nangyari yon. So dito ako nag-sell, bumaba siya all the way down here, that would have been great profit for you. Pero nung sabi niya i-close mo, nandito na yung price. Talo ka pa actually ng 200 pips, no? If you just plainly followed your crosses. Okay? And then when the market is consolidating, you have a couple of crosses that might confuse you, no, inside of that. And dito naman, kung mapapansin nyo, this was an excellent selling signal. The market was already down here when it told you to sell, which is okay pa naman, no, not bad. Medyo late na, pero kahit pa hindi pa naman nalayo, no? The market did trend downwards. That's great, no? That's a potential 1,600 pip trade. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, lumipad na ulit yung market pataas. So it's kind of consolidating right now and you're just down to 250 pips na kinikita nyo. No? And if you take a look at your moving average, it hasn't crossed yet. No? So iyan yung isa sa mga weaknesses nung moving averages. No? So what I'm trying to do here is just I'm showing you the popular ones and I'm showing you their strengths and weaknesses. No? Kasi if you go out to other mga parang strategies out there, hindi nila kasi pinapakita yung weaknesses ng mga indicators. So you should know about it. No? Especially, I'm sure that a lot of people here are using moving averages. All right. So let's move from that. No? Kuha tayo ng isa pang few more trend indicators. All right. So another trend indicator that I do suggest for everyone, ayun, may gumagamit ng 200 na EMA. Oh, actually, okay yan. Your 200 EMA is great, no? Madalas ginagamit din yan as a support or as a resistance. And yung 50, both 50 and 200, ginagamit yan support at as a resistance. Okay siya. It's pretty good. So, the other one is, I'd like you guys to check out yung Ichimoku. No? Ichimoku Kinko Hayo. No? Now, if you take a look at it, it's a super complicated looking indicator. No? Ay, sorry. Taganin ko lang itong kanina natin. No? It's a super complicated looking indicator. No? And I just like to make it very simple for everyone. No? The classic way of identifying or rather reading your Ichimoku indicator is that there's actually 5 things that you're looking at here. No? And kapag lahat sila pare-pareho yung signal na binibigay, then that's the time you buy or sell. So it's very specific. No? So let me just describe it a little bit. No? Your Ichimoku here has a couple of things going on there. No? Number 1 is you have your, or 1 and 2 rather, you have your red line and yung blue line. No? So that's called your Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen. Okay? So those 2 red lines are very similar to moving averages. No? Yung moving averages na yan, kung mapapansin nyo, it's not as smooth as your MAs. They kind of flatline a little bit, no? And that's just because of their computation. Ang ginagawa kasi niyan is kinukuha yung high and low and then they divide it by 2. No? So yan yung computation yan, kaya nagpa-flatline silang dalawa paminsan. So, same signals yung gine-generate nila with your moving averages. No? So, nag-ano yan. Every time they cross each other, it's a buy and sell signal. Okay? Now, in addition to that, you'll be able to see a cloud-like structure over here. Yung cloud-like structure na yan, it's actually comprised of 2 lines. And yung difference between those two lines make up the cloud. Okay? So you have your two lines there, and basically, it makes up your cloud, no? Kung ano yung difference nila. So the two lines are called Senku Span A and Senku Span B. Okay? So yung Senku Span A, that's the green line that you're seeing over here. No? And then the Senku Span B is the red line that, well, you're seeing as well. No? Now, when your Senku Span A is above your B, it produces a green cloud. If your Senku Span A is below your B, it produces a red cloud. Dito sa, kung makita nyo sa previous. No? So, it's also quite similar to your moving averages if you actually think about it. No? Now, one of the main differences is that it's actually pushed forward. Kung mapapansin nyo, nandito pa yung price. No? The price is actually, price is over here. Nandito yung, kumbaga, pinakadulo ng price. But your cloud is all the way up here. So, kumbaga parang, bakit nauuna yung cloud? No? The cloud is actually pushed 26 periods forward. So, kung hinatak mo tong cloud na to, kalinya lang actually niya yung dito. But if you push the cloud 26 periods forward, yan yung magiging itsura niya. And that's actually what's happening here. No? So, that cloud actually provides you two things. Number one, it provides you actually three things. Let me rephrase that. It provides you three things. Number one, it provides you the current trend of the market. It provides you the current trend of the market by looking at the position of the price against the cloud. If the price is above the cloud, uptrend. If the price is below the cloud, that's your downtrend. In addition to that, the color of the cloud also strengthens the current trend. Kung red yung cloud, strengthened yung downtrend. Kung green yung cloud, strengthened yung uptrend. Okay? That's the classic way, no, of looking at it. No? Number three, ang ginagawa din ng cloud is it also provides you a glimpse of future supports and resistances. So kung nahihirapan kang maghanap ng supports and resistances, you can actually use that cloud. So for example, clearly your pound against the Japanese yen is in an uptrend right now. No? So malinaw na uptrend siya ngayon. No? So ano pwede natin gawin? No? You can actually wait for the price to come back down dito sa my cloud and use it as a support for it to go up. Kapag binasag na niya yung cloud mo, if it goes past there, then basag na yung support. No? So, out ka na kung magbabay ka. No? But using that cloud alone can already give you a lot of information for your support and resistance. Tsaka pwede pumasok. Okay. Now, the last line, no, that we're kind of neglecting is called your Chiku Span. No, your Chiku Span is basically a delayed line. Kung makikita nyo, it's almost the same as the movement of your price, pero pinulback lang siya 26 periods backward. Okay? So, yun lang yung ginawa ng Chiku Span. No? Itong cloud pushed forward 26 periods forward. Yung Chiku Span, pulled naman siya sa likod. Okay? Ang basically sinasabi lang naman nito is that if the Chiku Span is above the price 26 periods ago, then it's an uptrend. If the green line is below the price 26 periods ago, then it's a downtrend. No? So ngayon, nasa taas siya. So kino-confirm niya lang na uptrend yung market. No? So all those signals actually provide you signal to buy or sell using your Ichimoku. No? So kung nag-cross yung dalawang linya, no, itong Tenkan-sen and Kijun-sen, your red and blue line, if they cross each other, that's your buy or sell signal. In addition to that, you can check the trend together with that. Now, if you're going to buy, it has to be an uptrend, meaning price has to be above the cloud and cloud has to be green para strengthen yung trend. And your Chiku Span has to be above the price 26 periods ago. Now, baliktarin nyo lang lahat yon. That's your signal to sell, meaning if the red line crosses below the blue line, that's your sell signal. Price has to be below the cloud. It should be red. And your Chiku Span should be below the price. That's your selling signal, no? So that alone already gives you a complete package, no, for a system, no. But to be honest, it doesn't give you a lot of trades. That's why not a lot of people use that particular way of trading, no. Yung classic Ichimoku way, maganda naman yung signals na pinaprovide niya to trade in the market kasi ina-assure niya talaga na trending yung market bago ka pumasok. Pero pihikan. It takes forever to produce a signal. No? So yun yung, kumbaga that's the setback of it. And that's the reason why a lot of traders instead kind of dissect it and use yung parang just certain aspects of it to their trading plan, no? So, if you're having a difficult time with supports and resistances, medyo nahihirapan ka din sa trend and just strength, maybe the cloud can help you, no? Yung red at saka yung blue line, okay din naman yan, no? But to be honest, maybe your moving averages can provide you better information, no? So, kung kailangan mo ng buy and sell signal, siguro yung red and blue line can help you. If you're just having some difficulty with the trend as well as supports and resistances, maybe the cloud can help you instead, no? So, kumbaga, nakita nyo na, it's more of using the indicator, no, knowing what it's really for before you incorporate it to your trading plan. Kasi sa trading plan nyo, makikita nyo naman kung ano yung mga butas nyo, eh, no? Ano ba yung problema ko sa trading plan ko? Hindi ko makita yung support at resistances. Di gamitin mo yung cloud, no? Hindi ko makita yung current trend sa market, no? Okay, you can use the cloud or sa moving averages, no? Wala akong entry sa market. Sige, maybe yung moving average crosses, no? But I suggest yung natutunan na lang natin on the first webinar, which is yung price action. No? That's a lot of better entries for you. So, yun yung ating Ichimoku. No? So, one of the things that are also used. Okay. I have a question here. A couple of questions. Sagutin ko lang. Sir, does Ichimoku apply only on D1? Hindi on all time frames. But remember, since this is a trend following indicator, it might be better to use them on higher time frame because market tends to trend stronger on higher time frames. So, mas reliable siya sa higher kaysa sa lower. Pero if you want to try it on lower, pwede naman. No? Siguro mga H1, pwede. M15 kasi intraday, nagre-reverse yung trend. Eh. So, baka mahirapan ka. Standard ba in 26 periods? Yes, standard po siya. That's the default period. No? Okay, ano pa yung mga ibang magagandang trend indicators? Okay, so aside from your Ichimoku as well as your moving averages, no? Meron ding isang madalas na ginagamit, no, which is your wait lang, nasa yan. Okay. Parabolic Sar, no? So a lot of people use this, okay? This is your Parabolic Sar. Tanggalin ko lang yung Ichimoku para hindi magulo. May questions ba with Ichimoku? At saka yung moving averages? Ay, wala naman? Alright. So let me take this out first. Ito, may questions pala ako dito. Wait lang, give me a moment. Okay. Nasagot ko na pala. Alright. Okay, entries and exits sa market, no? Kung entries and exits sa market, yung ano natin yun, yung unang webinar natin yun. Levels at saka candlesticks at saka yung short-term trend changes, yung Fibonacci, yung natutunan natin nung unang webinar. Kung wala, may recording naman tayo. Eh. Yun ang mga pang-entry sa market. Ito pang supplement eh. Sa Ichimoku, yung entry sa Ichimoku, yung cross nung red at saka blue line. That's the actual entry. So similar to your moving average. Okay, I have a good question. Is it okay to use two trend indicators? Kanwari, PSAR at saka MA. As long as you're using them for two different reasons, pwede. No? If you're using them for the same reason, bakit pa? No? So, ito, actually, explain ko tong Parabolic Sar, pati yung weakness niya. Malaki weakness ito. Okay, sir, sa ayon ba kayo na malapit na raw sa Holy Grail ang Ichimoku indicator kasi all-in-one na daw? Well, it's a relatively better indicator than the others, no? Kasi it's a complete system on its own. But Holy Grail, hindi naman. No? Kasi maraming beses ka pa rin matatalo sa Ichimoku if you check it out. Tapos one of the things na problema pa niya, napakapihikan. If you look at the daily chart, you might have an entry like twice or thrice a year. Ganun siya kapihikan. So, not really much of a Holy Grail. Pero it's a good indicator. No? I mean, kaya ko nga pinapakita dito. Off topic, sorry sa makikita in previous webinars. Mag-register kayo dun sa Eventbrite. No? Kung makikita nyo yung post natin sa PAFTI, meron dun Eventbrite na link. Mag-register kayo dun kasi dun namin ina-update yung email. We send it there. So if you register there after, we will upload the links doon para ipapadala namin. Make sure you register dun sa Eventbrite. Kasi kung diretso lang kayo dito sa chat, natin, sa Zoom natin, hindi nyo makukuha yung updates after. Alright, so okay, moving forward, no. So ito naman po yung ating Parabolic Sar, no. So our Parabolic Sar is quite interesting, no. It's one of the most minimalistic indicators that you can find. You'll actually see that it's actually just several dots above and below the price. So dito po sa mga dots na to, makikita nyo ho na, wait lang. By the way, I apologize. Pag nakalabas ba yung chat box, block ba yung view nyo o hindi naman? Or yung charts lang yung nakikita nyo sa screen? Hindi naman? Okay. So that's good. Alright. I thought I was blocking the view. Okay. So anyway, itong Parabolic Sar natin, it's actually a couple of dots, no? Above and below. So the simplest way to interpret this indicator is that if the price is, yung indicator. If the Parabolic Sar or PSAR, no, is above the price, then the market is in a downtrend. If the PSAR is below, then the market is in an uptrend. No? So if you actually take a look at some examples over here, itong PSAR nasa taas, ibig sabihin yan, the market is currently in a downtrend. No? Until such time na mag-shift na siya to the other side. Pag nag-shift siya to the other side, that means it's a change in trend. So, kanwari, bumaba na siya, trend na siya, change trend na siya, uptrend na daw siya. No? After a while, sabi niya, hindi, joke lang downtrend. No? After a while, hindi, joke lang uptrend. No? Tapos after a while, joke lang downtrend. So, bumaba na siya. No? Then eventually, sabi niya, uptrend ng konti, pero eventually, bumaba na siya. No? For a downtrend. No? So, with that, napapansin nyo na kagad yung weakness niya. No? It tends to shift a lot during ranging markets. No? So it will give you a lot of very confusing signals during a ranging market. Kasi ang actual signal ng PSAR is that pag nag-shift siya ng position from top to bottom, okay, that's a trend change. And if you use that as your market entry, it's not very good. Bakit? Tingnan natin. No? Let's take a look at the recent market over here. Sabihin natin, kahit nagtitrend na yung market pataas. No? Over here, nasa taas yung dot, no? Tapos nasa baba. Tapos nag-shift down yung PSAR. At that point in time, nandito na yung price nung nag-shift siya sa taas. So it's already telling us to buy. From there, the price did go up, but eventually it went down, and then tinamaan niya yung PSAR dito sa baba. Tapos sabi niya, sell na. So kumbaga natalo ka pa ng konti dyan. Nung sinabi niyang sell na dyan, nasa taas na naman yung PSAR natin, di ba? Sell na tayo. At that moment in time, the price did go down a little bit. But eventually, nung time na nag-reverse na siya, tinamaan na dito sa taas yung ating PSAR, talo na naman tayo. So, if you notice, madalas, pag nag-shift yung PSAR, late na. No? Tagal na. So, it's not a good market entry. So, it's a terrible way to enter the market. Instead, ang kagandahan po ng PSAR is that it might give you better stop loss levels. O yan, no? Kanwari, parang sideways kasi pero downtrend yung PSAR. Di ba? Gulo, no? So it gives you very confusing signals. Now, where PSAR shines most is your stop loss levels. Marami nahihirapan maghanap ng stop loss. Hindi natin alam kung saan ilalagay. Recent high, recent low, ilalim ng candlestick, taas ng candlestick, no? Gawa ka ng mga kung ano-anong magic levels mo para malagyan ng stop loss or random. Kumbaga, nag-set ka na lang, basta automatic, 30 pips, stop loss ko yan. Yung mga ganun. If you're having some difficulty with your stop losses, why don't you try yung PSAR? That might be a better option for you to use. For example, Let's look at this GBP JPY, no? Kung mapapansin natin, lagyan ko ng zigzag indicator para ma-identify natin yung top and bottom. Yan. Kung mapapansin nyo, the market is clearly trending upwards from here. No? Bottom, top, higher bottom, higher top. Diba? So, kumbaga, classic uptrend na siya starting from there. So, sabihin natin, if you guys remember our lesson from the first webinar, di ba? Ang pasok natin dyan, pag nagtitrend yung market, hanap tayo ng fib entries. No? So, from the recent low towards the recent high. Ang pasok natin dito, kung matatandaan nyo, pwedeng from 61 to 78, no? Or pwedeng starting from 50. So, sabihin natin, nakapasok tayo dito banda sa 50. From here, no? Market goes down here and goes up, no? Siguro, initially, yung stop loss mo, nandito pa sa may baba. No? Kasi below the recent low pa. So, layo pa ng stop loss mo. But once your price starts to go your way, excuse me, once price starts to go your way, kung mapapansin mo, yung PSAR sumusunod din sa ilalim pag nag-uptrend siya. So, pwede mo actually gamitin yung PSAR as a moving stop loss. So, from below, umakyat na yung price dyan, pwede mo na dyan ilagay yung stop loss mo. Now, as the market moves up, you can actually trail your stop loss manually. Until such time na umabot na dito, tinamaan na. So, you come out with positive. So, pwede mo siyang gamitin pang trail, manual na stop loss. So, kung nahihirapan ka, why don't you try PSAR? It might give you a good entry in the market. Okay? O, tama po. So, more on trailing stop siya. Alright, so I have a couple of questions here. Give me a moment. What is the best partner for moving averages? Okay, so the best partner for moving averages might be something that gets you out of the market early. Diba? Kasi yung entry mo sa moving average, medyo late pero pwede na. No, not so bad. But the problem of your moving averages is that you get to exit the market late. So maybe you can use your Parabolic Sar kung gusto mong mag-trail lang positive stop loss, no? If the market is trending. So that could be a pretty good combination. Okay? In addition to that, pwede siguro yung risk-reward ratio kung para ma-hit mo yung target mo, better. You get to exit early. You can use stop losses. You can use supports and resistances para maka-exit ka ng maaga sa market. So, yung mga ganon. Alright, I have a question here. Will you discuss Camarilla pivot points? No? Well, pivot points is not actually an indicator. It's more of price levels yun eh. No? Similar to your Fibonacci. So, we won't be able to cover there. But to keep things simple, no, ito side note lang. Kung naghanap ka ng entry sa Camarilla between H3 to H5, doon banda. H3 to H4 actually. Doon ka pumasok. Side note lang. Anyway, so moving forward, mga comments medyo funny. Okay, yung mga questions. Alright. Okay. I think nasagot ko naman lahat. Ito, may mga questions lang dito. Let me just back read a little bit dito sa chat box natin. Depende sa... Okay, dati gamit ko yung PSAR pero delayed siya. Opo, delayed siya talaga for entries. Pang stop loss lang yan. Best indicator for scalping. Well, I'll be honest, no? I don't scalp. So, hindi ko masyadong nagagamit yung indicators for scalping. I'll be honest, I don't know which is the best indicator for scalping. Okay lang ba na walang indicators, naked trading lang? Yeah, definitely. But you need to know price action to use that. No? Yung unang webinar natin, yun, pang naked trading yun. Alright. So, aside from that, no, now let's shift to other types of indicators. No? So, you now have your trend indicators there. Inisip ko na ulit yung charts natin. Next naman are your oscillators. No? Your oscillators, there's a lot of variations to it. No? Maraming klaseng oscillators and they actually have different ways of yung paano sila nako-compute. No? But the most used ones are these ones. No? Meron kang MACD, no? MACD, MACD, meron kang RSI, no? Stochastic. Yan yung mga madalas na ginagamit. CCI medyo, no? Medyo ginagamit yan, no? CCI. Pero let's just focus on these three, no? MACD, RSI, at saka yung stochastic po natin. Okay, records ng previous webinar, nasa YouTube yon. Tapos mag-register kayo sa Eventbrite para ma-send ko sa inyo yung ano. Siguraduhin yung tama email doon sa Eventbrite kasi doon ako nagbibigay ng updates. Excuse me. Okay, let's start with okay, let's start with MACD. No? So your MACD, ito yung mga default ano niya. Ito yung mga default settings niya. You have your 12, 26 at saka yung 9. No? To be honest, ang MACD, ang itsura niyan pag nandito sa MetaTrader, it gives you a histogram looking window. No? So yung histogram na yan, every time that sorry, wait lang. I-describe ko muna yung histogram para mas madali natin intindihan. Your histogram has an equilibrium point. No? Meron kang zero sa gitna. Okay? Tapos, dito sa zero natin sa gitna, your MACD shifts from negative to the positive side or positive to the negative side. This basically means that if your histogram is on the negative side, the market is currently in a downtrend. If the histogram is on the positive side, this means that the market is currently in an uptrend. No? In addition to that, every time it shifts from negative to positive, that is a buy signal. Every time it shifts from negative to positive, that's a buy signal. Every time it shifts from a positive value to a negative value, then that's your sell signal. Now, this MACD is actually just based on two moving averages. Yung settings niya kanina, kung makikita nyo, it's actually 12 and 26. It's based on a fast EMA, yung moving average natin. No? Kailangan exponential para makita nyo. So, fast EMA at slow EMA. So, actually, moving average cross lang din siya. It's the same banana. Meron ka lang MACD SMA na 9. Ngayon yung parang red line na nakikita nyo na parang ina-average niya yung values na meron dito. Huh? So, that's basically your MACD right there. So yun yung ways. Now, a lot of people use your MACD by checking out yung shifts from negative to positive and positive to negative and using that as their entry signals. Kasi since 12 and 26, medyo manipis yung dalawang moving average, it gives you a lot of signals to buy and sell. So if you're having some difficulties with entries sa market during a trending market, baka MACD makatulong sa inyo. No? Siyempre, hindi yan maaga magbigay ng signal. Medyo late din yan. Pero kahit pa paano, pwede na. Now, also, one of the modified ways on how to use your MACD is, let's say, the market shifts from negative to positive. So over here, this is your buy signal. So umaakyat na yung price, umaakyat din yung MACD. Now, once your MACD starts to peak and starts to decline from there, kumbaga umakyat na siya, tapos nagdi-decrease na slowly yung value ng MACD over here, umi-exit na sila. Normally, once they see the next 2 or 3 bars na pababa na talaga, consistently, they exit early in the market already. And with that, no, if you compare that to your charts, zoom in ako ng konti para makita natin. The entry point is somewhere here. Dito tayo nag-buy. No? So the market does go up. And as the market starts to decline over here, binibigyan ka na kagad ng early exit. Kasi ito yung highest point mo sa MACD. It starts to decline nung next bar. And then yung next bar nag-decline ulit. Normally, umaalis na sila sa market pag ganyan. They start to exit early. No? So, in connection doon sa may nagtanong kanina, no, what can I pair yung 220 na moving average? Maybe you should try this as well. No? Kapag medyo nagde-decline na yung histogram for you to exit the market earlier, baka pwede to. Okay. Alright. Ito may request, Fibs. Nagawa ko na yun sa first webinar eh. Review mo na lang yung video doon. No? Oh, mamaya, send ko yung link sa atin. Okay, I have a question here. May I know your preferred indicators? At least 2. And their parameters. No? Personally, I use RSI at saka zigzag, yun lang madalas. No? Yung mga iba, paminsan-minsan, moving averages, Ichimoku, no? But not often. No? Kasi based dun sa current strategy na ginagamit ko, no? Actually, napakita ko naman kung paano ako nagtitrade. RSI at saka zigzag is more than enough already. Okay, I have a couple of questions here. Tingnan nga natin. Okay, paano po palabasin yung signal line sa MACD? Is that the red line? If it's the red line, yung 9 na nakasulat kanina, no? Maybe you should change the color para lumabas. Baka namamask lang siya ng background. Paano po yung MACD cross? Hindi yung histogram. Actually, the cross in itself, yung MACD cross is the histogram cross from negative to positive. It's the same as your two moving averages. No? So kung makikita nyo, ilalabas ko sa moving average para makita nyo na maayos. So this is 12. 26 na lang yung blue. Yun. Tapos ito yung ating 12. Kung mapapansin nyo, every time they cross each other, it's the same signal produced doon sa histogram natin. Over here is a cross. Dito din is also a cross on the same exact location. Dito we have a cross, dalawa. And same thing. One cross here, and then the other cross here. So it actually gives you the same stuff, to be honest. Ang kagandahan lang ng MACD, no, is aside from that, it gives you two things. Number one, it gives you yung pag-decline ng bars. So makikita mo maaga pa lang kung saan ka mag-exit if you wanna exit early. Number two, it also gives you the potential to spot divergences. So mamaya ako magdi-discuss ng konting divergences. No? Kasi mas madali siya makita sa ibang oscillators. Alright, give me a moment. Ano po yung indicator na suitable sa gold? Wala naman, pare-pareho lang naman yan. It's the same market, no? Yung zigzag, pang SNR mo din? Yes, yes po. Para makita ko lang yung tops and bottoms. Okay, timing, no? Ito naman, their decisions depend on the volume of the trade. Meron po bang indicator na malalaman kung ilang traders ang nagpe-place ng position for buy and sell at a particular time? Sadly, hindi. No? We won't be able to see that. No? If you want to see the number of trades, kailangan commitment of traders ang titingnan mo. But that's past data already, 1 week delayed. Now, if you want to spot kung saan yung parang entry sa market, yung volume ng trade, no? Maybe you should learn more about market structure. I think yung next session natin is more about market structure. So, dun mo actually makikita kung saan yung pasok ng market. No? Importante din yun. Okay, Bollinger Bands request. Okay, let's try to do that. Oh, sa trading view, iba yung ano eh. Dito sa ano, yun. Okay, if you're asking about yung dalawang linya sa MACD, sa trading view, iba yung MACD na lalabas. Hindi lumalabas dito sa MD4 yun. Yung traditional MACD, pwede naman. Kung gusto nyo makita yung two lines, you can download it. Thanks for the advice. Anong advisable indicators for intraday traders? Okay, sakto. No? Someone's requesting for MACD and you're also requesting for intraday trading. Pwede nyo subukan yung Bollinger Bands, but it relies heavily on knowing market structure eh. If you're trading on a daily kumbaga intraday time frame, no. So wait lang, pakita ko. All right. Insert indicators, trend, Bollinger Bands. Okay, so these are your Bollinger Bands. Sorry, balik tayo ng konti sa trend. May nag-request ng Bollinger Bands. So your Bollinger Bands are basically an indicator that has three lines. So meron kang linya sa gitna, which is basically your average line, and then you have your upper envelope, no, na linya, and then your lower envelope. No? So parang yung price nasa gitna ng dalawa. No? So you have your upper and then you have your lower side. So ang pinapakita niyan is that the Bollinger Bands shows you the extremes in the market. No? Supposedly, yun yung parang traditional way of reading it. The middle line is your equilibrium, meaning babalik at babalik yung presyo dyan sa gitna. No? Once price reaches the top of the band, no, normally, bumabalik yung price doon sa equilibrium. No? But sometimes the price gets dragged upside, no, before it goes back doon sa may middle line. Okay. So yun yung concept niya. Meaning, if price hits the line below, baka umakyat yung price ulit. No? If the price hits yung sa taas naman, baka tumalbog siya pababa. No? That's the classic definition of it. No? But to be honest, it's not very effective, no, kung ganun mo siya gagamitin. No? Now, another concept with Bollinger Bands is your Bollinger Squeeze. Kindly remember that when the market consolidates very tightly, it's quite eminent that there will be a strong movement after. So kung nagkakaroon ng tightness dito sa Bollinger Bands mo, kagaya nung nangyayari ngayon sa GJ, notice that the top and lower envelope is very near each other. So napakanipis ng area. That shows extreme consolidation in the market. And inevitably, the market would break out either to the top side or to the downside. Yan ang normal way of pagbasa nung Bollinger Squeeze. That's the actual term for that. So, with that, no, you can try to use that on an intraday level if you like. No? So, baba tayo dito sa M15. Alright. So, dito po, just a quick view ng market structure niya. Tandaan niyo po na ang market structure on an intraday level looks something like this. Maybe we can talk more about it, go deeper on it sa next webinar. But generally, it looks like this. Market open, baba ng konti, aakyat, baba ulit. Tapos ganyan. No? So this is what your market looks like at an intraday level. To be honest, no? Ganyan ang market structure niya. At araw-araw yan, ulit-ulit yan. No? Well, hindi naman lagi, but most often than not, gives yan. This is the market open, baba yung price. So pag baba ng price, lahat ng tao magsisimula na mag-sell. Sell na tayo, sell. Tapos babalik yung market packet, di ba? So, lahat ng, di ba, I'm sure naramdaman nyo na. So, umakyat yung market, di ba? So, parang, no, ipit na yung sell ko, ayoko na, cut ko na yung sell ko, I'm start buying. No? So, people start buying. And then, after that, no, babagsak yung market ulit, and then matatapos ni araw. So, kumbaga, dalawang beses ka na dali ng market. So, that's your market structure on an intraday level. No? So, by knowing that structure in itself, then you can actually use your indicators to look for better entries in the market. No? So what I'm suggesting here is something called a Bollinger Pierce. No? What's a Bollinger Pierce? A Bollinger Pierce is whenever the market pierces outside of the band and then comes back in. So kumbaga tumusok siya palabas, tapos bumalik ulit yung presyo sa loob. So normally, you'd see like a couple of pin bars in that scenario. Now, given that structure na in-explain ko sa inyo kanina, tignan natin yung GJ nung isang araw. No? The market actually started here. Ito yung opening price. May palitan ko yung kulay nung ano. There you go. Okay. So, price started here. Bumaba siya dito. So, di ba, nag-sell na kayo dito kasi sabi nyo downtrend na, di ba? Tapos biglang umakit na yung price dyan, di ba? Tapos went down. So, it's the same market structure that I showed you earlier. No? And since alam na natin na the market goes down a little bit first, no? Assuming that the market should go up, no? Trending yung market upwards. No? Alam natin na magdi-dip down siya muna ng konti bago siya umakyat. Bumuelo muna. No? So yung pagbuelo niya na yon, meron ka namang general market direction, hanap ka ng mga Bollinger Pierces sa lower time frames. Let's say M15 kasi intraday ang trade ba? So you take a look at Bollinger Pierces like that, no? You see like a couple of pin bars. Ang daming klaseng maraming kang klaseng candlestick patterns na makikita dyan. No? You can see head and shoulders, no? So marami yan, head and shoulders, double bottom, may divergences ka makikita actually dyan. No? Mamaya we'll go into divergences. And at the same time, it gives you a Bollinger Pierce. No? So that particular Bollinger Pierce might be a pretty good entry for you in the market. Same thing over here. Kita nyo? This is a relatively okay Bollinger Pierce. The market pierces outside of the band and then comes back in. From there, bumaba nga naman yung price. So, that's your Bollinger Bands, no? It can actually help you on an intraday level if you know the market structure. Pwede rin intra-week kung alam mo yung market structure during the week. Okay? So, kung napapansin nyo ngayon, your indicators don't actually work well on their own. They're more of a supplement to the either market structure that you have or yung price action na ginagamit nyo. So your indicators now are actually a supplement. It's not really a system on its own. It's something that can help you doon sa current plan mo. Okay. All right, let me just answer a couple of questions here. Wait lang, tingnan ko lang yung mga questions. Wait lang. Sir, sa zigzag, any time frames pwede? Pwede. No? Sir, sa RSI mo, i-combine yung stochastic indicator. Normally, I just use one of them kasi halos pareho lang yung nagagawa nila. Mamaya, abot ako doon. Okay, I have a good question. Why sometimes fundamentals don't react to the market? Mahabang usapan yan. But to give you a short answer, number one, it could be, hindi masyadong malaki yung difference, no? So, hindi ganun kalaking impact. Kumbaga, the difference between the forecasted data, hindi ganun ka layo dun talaga sa actual. So, kumbaga wala masyadong binago. No? Or it could already be priced in. Napansin na ng mga karamihan na pangit yung data and then they sold ahead of time. So, it could be that. Alright. Okay, dapat ba medyo malaki yung wick na mag-pierce? Ideally, no? If you have a longer wick, it would give you a nicer pin bar. So, pwede yun. That would be better. Alright. I'm not sure about algo trades. Okay, accurate ba ang Bollinger Bands? Tumutusok palabas, then it's a guarantee na entry? Well, definitely no. It's not a guarantee, but it gives you a better entry. Especially, kailangan kasama yan ng market structure. Kapag sablay yung market structure mo, hindi rin masyadong gaganit. Okay, so moving forward, no? Now we have our Bollingers already. So, ano na tayo? Let's move forward. Okay, ang next natin are our RSI and stochastic. No? Okay, before we move forward, let's just have a quick break. Alam ko medyo heavy now. We've been like at this for the past hour. Let's have like a 5-minute break. And before we have a break, I just have like a couple of announcements for everyone. Kindly remember, meron pa rin tayong ongoing promotion, no, with our partners, no, specifically XM. So merong link na isi-send sa inyo mamaya si Alex. Actually, it's pretty much the same link. And if you have a live account under PAFTI with XM, you can type in your account number there, no, and a couple of details. And then meron tayong raffle. No? So yung winners get a chance to get 100% deposit bonus. And in addition to that, actually lahat ng mga mag-open ng account under PAFTI, no, if you have a trading account under PAFTI with XM, you actually get $3 back per standard lot that you trade. So meron kayong parang cashback na rebate. That's one of the things that we have prepared for our traders in PAFTI. No, at least babalik sa inyo yun. It's like a discount. Anyway, so before we move forward, let's have a 5-minute break. On my clock, it's around... On my clock, it's 9:58. Let's resume around 10:03. No? All right. So, let's just answer a few things before we move forward. Sir, kahit ba XM Australia, hindi ko alam. Alam ko iba regulation nyo, ASIC kayo eh. So, I'm not sure. To be honest, I'm not sure. Okay, ilang beses ba mag-register sa webinar? Once lang. Doon sa doon sa Eventbrite, isang registration lang naman yun eh. And it's pretty much the same link. Yung raffle kanina na link, iba yan. Okay. Alright, so moving forward, yung PAFTI IB link, I think it's in the, you can visit our website sa pafti.ph and makikita niyo po dun yung, yung link. No? And I think doon sa Google Drive link na kakapadala lang sa inyo ni Alex, nandun po yung, nandun po din yung link ng PAFTI, in case you need it. Ayun, nasa broker review daw yung registration link. Oh, kung XM Australia, alam ko kasi per region yan eh. Kasi alam ko ASIC, iba yung licenses niya. Okay, anyway, moving forward, no? Okay, so, ang next po natin na set of indicators naman is, well, this is my favorite one, RSI, no? Yung RSI po, by default, ang pinapakita po niya is, there's a line over there, no? Na parang, blue-looking line. And then it's contained between a scale from 0 to 100. Okay. So, ang pinapakita ng RSI is the general momentum of the market. No? Kung mas malakas yung hatak ng market paakyat, meaning yung mga bullish candles, mas malaki yung, kino-compare kasi yung movement ng price paakyat at saka pababa. No? Kapag mas maraming paakyat na candlesticks, umaakyat din yung RSI. Yan ang ginagawa niyan. Pag mas maraming candlesticks na pababa, compared sa paakyat, then bumababa din yung RSI natin. Now, it's contained between 0 and then 100. Now, the default levels of your RSI is 70 and 30. Yan ang makikita nyong default. No? Yung 70 and 30, that means if your RSI is trading above 70, then that means the market is overbought. Ibig sabihin, masyado nang maraming bumibili sa market and baka bumaliktad na anytime soon. No? Now, if the market dips below 30, then the market is actually oversold. No? Baka naman masyado nang maraming nagbebenta and the market may bounce up from there. No? Yun ang normal interpretation niya. No? So, to be honest, yung 70-30 levels na yun is not very effective. No? Kung titingin ka ng overbought and oversold levels, okay yun kung ranging yung market. However, if the market is trending, kanwari, pag downtrend siya, it will rarely reach 70. Instead, it will normally reach 60 for overbought levels kasi downtrend siya eh. Hindi siya masyadong aakyat. So instead, this is what I recommend. No? My recommendation is actually having two sets of lines. No? This is, I learned this from Mr. Avramis, no? Actually, siya yung nagturo sa akin ito, which surprisingly makes a lot of sense. No? Yun yung sa Tradepedia, no? My boss at Tradepedia, CEO. So, ang pinakita niya is that why don't you try two different levels? No? If the market is in an uptrend, then you use 80 and then 40. If the market is in a downtrend, why don't you use 60 and 20? Because it makes more sense to actually use those levels as your overbought and oversold conditions. Tingnan natin sa market now. Tanggalin ko na itong Bollinger Bands para hindi magulo. Alright. So over here, makikita po natin na sa H1 chart tayo. Alright. So with this one, clearly the market is trending downwards. Kung makikita niya, di ba? Ganda-ganda, linis-linis ng market. No? It's trending downwards. Now, if you take a look at your RSI, it will rarely reach 70. Try ko i-add yung 70 para makita nyo. this is your 70 line. Kung mapapansin nyo, while the market was actually trending down, it never touched yung 70. So it never actually gave you an opportunity to sell kung overbought yung market during a downtrend. Instead, why don't you use 60? Itong 60, it actually tapped in a couple of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 during that downtrend. And if you check it out, kung kailan yung mga times na yon, it's here. Next one is here. Next one is here. Okay, so roughly, actually, dalawang beses yan, but let's just use this one. Kasi halos same lang naman. Next one is here. And the next one is over here. So if you check it out, no, just by looking at that, makikita nyo na there's actually a couple of entries that we could have gotten using the oversold levels. If we used 70, wala tayo nakuha ni isa dyan. Pero kung ginamit natin 60, that might have been better. This was a pretty good market going down. Ito, walang silbi, no? Kasi, kumbaga, it just pretty much ended where it started. Okay? Same thing over here, no? Ended where it started, but over this, dito naman, wala. Tumuloy siya pababa, no? Over here, not a bad trade. And sa ngayon, so tuloy-tuloy, no? You have oversold conditions. This one, no? And then this one as well. So makikita nyo, those would have been pretty good entries. Until such time na nag-change na yung trend sa market. No? Ito medyo nag-uptrend na. And with that uptrend, ang gagamitin na natin ay, kung mapapansin nyo, yung 30, which is at this level over here, during that uptrend, never niya na-touch yung 30. You know? Yun, ni isang beses, so hindi niya kinuha. Ayan, meron dito. Pero medyo nagtitrend na yung market pababa. Nag-range na siya. But during this whole uptrend, it never touched your oversold condition. Instead, kung uptrend siya, gamitin mo yung 40. If you use 40, then you might actually get a couple of entries. Diyan. So when the market is established its trend upwards, no? So it started probably somewhere here at this point in time. Ilang beses tumama, no? So actually, wala rin. But over here, if it reached it a little earlier, no? Actually, ano naman, as you can see, nag-establish naman trend upwards. So low, high, higher low, higher high. No? At that point in time, this is an sold condition, no? So, from there, the market went up. Sadly, hindi na kinuha, no? Dito na siya kumuha, but it already started consolidating. Okay? All right. So yun po yung that's a good modification when it comes to your RSI. Kasi by default, yung 70 and 30, kapag ranging ang kapag trending ang market, hindi niya kukunin yan. Pag trending, baka mas maganda pa gamitin yung kung uptrend siya, 80 and 40. Kung downtrend siya, 60 and 20. That might be a better option for you. Siyempre, it's not always going to hit it, but at least there are better levels to take. Alright, so wait lang, basahin ko lang yung questions. Okay, this one I answered. Okay, kung overbought or oversold, kailangan na ba umexit? Pwede, no? If you want to be cautious, pwede. All right. So aside from that, what I normally use the RSI with is yung divergences. No? Yung divergences po, sandali ilinisin ko lang yung charts natin. Okay. Yung divergences po, ang titingnan talaga natin is yung tops and bottoms ng ating price at saka yung tops and bottoms ng ating indicator. Normally, when you have major reversals happening in the market, you would see divergences. No? Ito yung regular divergences. No? Normally, for bullish regular divergences, it's a signal that the market may reverse from there. So, pwedeng umakyat yung market kapag nakita ka ng bullish regular divergence. Now, the setup for that is what you should see are lower lows. Ay, na-cover ko din to sa first webinar, no? But you can refresh it there. No? So, mako-cover niyan is lower lows, no? Yung sa price. However, yung indicator nyo, iba na yung pinapakita. So, tingnan natin. Ayun, meron pa dito. So that in itself, binibigyan ka na ng warning sign, no? Pabagsak yung market dito. So it's a very clear downtrend, no? The price still continues to give you lower lows. However, yung indicator mo is starting to say otherwise. Higher lows na yung ating indicator, taliwas na siya. So that's why they call it a divergence. Kumbaga, iba na yung sinasabi ng price dun sa indicator mo. And that is a potential reversal signal. So, diyan ko madalas hinahanap yung diyan ko madalas ginagamit yung RSI. Pag naghahanap ako ng reversal sa market. And with that, the market does reverse, no? Tumuloy nga naman siya paakyat. And from there, ngayon, ranging yung market. So, wala pang major reversal na nangyayari. Let's try a different chart, no? Para makita natin yung current market conditions, no? Gold, I think it gave a very nice looking divergence, no? Before it fell down. Ayan. So, makikita natin, this, I think, mas malinaw siya sa daily chart niya. Okay. So, over here, you have the market was clearly going upwards here. No? Pataas na siya. Pero, yung indicator natin pababa. Nakita nyo? If you want to see the bigger divergence, no? Actually, yan din siya. Pero medyo malaki na yan, kind of hard to spot. Yan. But if you want to keep it simple, the most recent divergence there is this one. Price is giving us a higher high, while the indicator is giving us a lower high. So tandaan nyo po, pag bearish divergence, this is a signal that the market could reverse from here, pababa. Ang conditions po niyan is that we need to have a higher high for your price and then a lower high for your indicator. On the other side, kung bearish divergence naman, kung bullish divergence naman, it's a signal that the market will go up. The price should be giving you a lower low, while the indicator should be giving you a higher high. So if you're trying to spot reversals in the market, gamitin nyo yan. Malaking bagay yan. No? Personally, madalas ko talagang ginagamit yan. No? One of the ways that I use that is I try to combine it with my Fibonacci entries. For example, titingnan, I tried to look at the market over here. So, tingnan natin H4 now. This was one of the trades that we've spotted early on. I think this was requested by one of our members sa PAFTI, a very beloved member. And ito po yung Ayan. So yung entry sa gold nandito. Ayan. So from you can see that the market has already reversed top, bottom, lower bottom, no. So we were able to establish our fibs here, no, if you guys remember your first webinar. No? So si Sir Melvin yung nag-request natin ito sa gold. Okay. So we mentioned that we're going to sell over here. Okay. So pagpasok ng market dyan, no, going inside that, you can actually look for some divergences inside. No? Lower time frame na yan. So for example, from D1, kunwari, pumasok na siya dito sa may natin, sa may area to sell natin. Then if you're looking for a reversal, there's a couple of ways for you to check that out. No? Number one, you can go to a lower time frame and see some short-term trend changes. Better yet, kung may makita kang trend changes, may kasamang divergence din yan. So for example, you shift down to H1. Tignan natin if we see any healthy-looking divergences over there. Ayan, malinaw na malinaw. When the market entered here, no, this was the second time, the market clearly was giving us a higher high. However, your price was already giving you a lower high, giving you further confirmation that the market can actually reverse at your sell levels. Okay. Dito naman, walang divergence eh. So it was a very clear and straightforward movement. No? Pero dito, medyo malinaw. And from there, laki nga naman ang binaba ng gold. So you can see some warning signs na pwedeng mag-reverse yung market, no, using your RSI. No? Now, in addition to that, you have, Diyan pala si Sir. In addition to that, you have your stochastic. No? Yung stochastic, to be honest, halos pareho lang siya for me. No? So this is the default. This is the real default settings niya. No? Alam ko 1433 yan. Yung default niya sa MT4 is 533. No? Alam ko yung original default talaga niya is 1433. No? So similar to your RSI, ito po yung ano, no? Ito yung itsura niya. You have overbought and oversold levels at 80 and 20, no? And you have two lines doon sa ating stochastic, no? Yung two lines natin, you have a smoother line and then you have a line na mas spiky, no? Normally, ang mas ginagamit is the smoother dotted line. Okay? If the price goes up above 80, it's overbought. If the price goes below 20, it's oversold. Together with that, you may also see a couple of divergences. Okay? Kagaya nito, it's quite clear. No? Meron kang malinaw na divergence dito. Okay. But sometimes it's a little bit confusing since there are two lines. So normally, I don't like to use stochastic and I would prefer RSI instead. But almost the same lang naman yung binibigay nilang type of analysis. Alright? Okay, I have a question. May delayed ba sa RSI? A little bit, no? Siyempre may delay din naman yan. But if you're using divergences, walang delay yan. Okay, will the gold reverse now? The gold has already reversed, no? Kung titingnan natin sa D1, currently it's in a downtrend. So, pababa pa naman si gold. So, tingnan natin. Will the gold reverse going upwards, no, from there? Do you see any signs of a reversal? So far, we're still experiencing a downtrend. No? Tingnan natin, meron bang divergence? This is the recent bottom. No? Pababa pa rin to. Yung indicator natin, pataas na ba? Using the same levels? So as of now, wala. Pababa pa rin siya. So there's no sign of a divergence. With market structure, it's still in a downtrend. So probably hindi pa ganun kalaki yung chance na mag-reverse. It could retrace up a little bit before going down, pero market structure-wise, mukhang pababa pa siya. H1 at H4 lang ang tingin ng divergence. Any time frame pwede. Kahit M15, makakita ka niyan. Lalo yung mga intraday movement. Meron yun. Alright. Okay. Now, next, no, is our volumes indicator. This is actually the last one we're gonna tackle for tonight, no, unless may mga requests. The volumes indicator is yung na-mention ko kanina na tick volume. No? So you just kind of leave it at default. No? You just press OK and gives you a separate window there. Tanggalin ko lang yung iba. All right. Okay, your volumes indicator there, makikita nyo parang nagiging bar, parang ano siya, mga bars sa ilalim, no? So it's very simple to interpret. The higher the bar, the more tick volume there is, no? Ibig sabihin mas maraming beses gumalaw yung market, showing us that there's more volume. And the lower the bar, the less the volume, no? Tapos ano yung difference in color? The difference in color is that from the previous bar to the next bar, if it went down, magiging red yung next bar. If it went up, magiging green yung next bar. So hindi niya sinasabi kung less kung mas maraming sellers or buyers. No, it just basically tells you kung mas mataas ba or mas mababa siya sa previous bar. If it's green, then it's higher than the previous bar. If it's red, then it's lower than the previous bar. That's just basically what it says. Now, your volumes indicator mostly can be used kapag naghahanap ka ng mga breakout sa market. No? If you're using supports and resistances and you're waiting for breakouts in the market, you may want to make sure that there is a lot of volume behind that breakout para hindi kayo ma-fake out. And to check that, maybe your volumes indicator can help you a lot. So for example, balik tayo doon sa ating GJ. Your GJ is giving you a very nice consolidation in the market. Let's go down to the H4 chart so that we can see it better. Yeah. All right. So wait lang. Yeah, para makita natin maayos. So over here, you have your top there, you have your bottom over here. Diba? Now, if the market breaks out from that range, let's say nagkaroon ka ng magandang breakout dyan, and that's your strategy, like breakouts after consolidations, then you may want to make sure that you also have sufficient volume. Kung mababa lang yung volume, no, kagaya nito, there's not really a lot of trading activity there. You'd want a lot of trading activity together with breakout trades para masigurado kang may kasama kang nagtitrade. So basically, that's your volume. So it's not very complicated. It's very straightforward. All right. Okay. Di po ba nag-pin bar forming now sa gold or price rejection lang? Which time frame are we talking about? Sige, balik tayo sa gold. All right. Gold. All right, D1. Okay. By the way, I apologize kung may naririnig kayong that's my kid. That's my baby. Tinatawag na ako. Anyway, so all right. So going with gold, this is not really much of a pin bar. Kung makikita nyo. A little bit, no? Pero maliit siya eh. So hindi siya ganun ka-significant eh. If you take a look at this, yes, technically it's a pin bar, no? Pero if you compare it to the other candlesticks, it's not very significant. No? If you compare it to the pin bar like this looks very nice. No? Kasi relatively, it's sizable, no? Compared to the other ones. Ito medyo maliit lang eh. So I'm not too sure about that. All right. Ano po yung reasonable amount ng volume to consider? All right. Yun yung mahirap na part. Thank you for that question. No? The reasonable amount of volume to consider is not really based on the number. It's based on how the current volume looks relative to the ones beside it. So, hindi mo actually maka-quantify yung tick volume kung marami ba siya or hindi. Masasabi mo lang na marami yung volume kung malaki siya at mataas yung bars compared to the previous ones. So, for example, if you talk about this right here, relatively, we are experiencing high volume sa gold. If you compare it to here, then relatively, maliit yung time nung volume na yan. So, it's more of comparing it towards the previous ones. Yun yung, dun siya nagmamatter, no? Well, thanks for pointing that out. What time frames do you suggest to use for multiple time frame analysis? I suggest you use 3, no? D1, H4, and then H1, or pwedeng D1, H4, and then M15. Alright, kayo ba yung mag-handle sa 6-month course ng PAFTI? Actually, 3 kami doon. So, it's a full course. So, I am part of the team. Will you consider support sa 1447.33? May trade ka, no? Since yung nasa resistance din ba siya before? Let me check. Gold. So, over here. Parang you're talking about this one, no? 14 somewhere. 1443 dito banda. Yeah, a little bit. I'm sure that the market would experience some difficulty getting through that, no? Kasi very classic eh. Baga ang ganda tignan na the market had some difficulty here, nag-breakout siya dyan. Your old resistance could be used as a new support. So yeah, the market could actually stop there a little bit, no? It could go up from there. And as long as the market is still giving you lower tops and lower bottoms, then baka naman tumuloy pa siya bababa. But the market could definitely react there. Dito sa level na to. Kaya pansin mo, medyo nagsuslow down na yung market. Alright. So, anyway, just to wrap things up, no? Okay, sample TDI. Sa totoo lang, di ako gumagamit masyado ng ng TDI, no? But for, wait lang, hanapin ko na, TDI. Wait lang, nasa custom yata yung TDI. Wait lang. Ano ba ako nito TDI? Wait lang. Give me a moment. Alam ko meron ako nun eh. It's actually a pretty good indicator to use, yung TDI. Kasi pinapakita niya yung, hindi, hanapin ko lang. Pinapakita niya yung trend, yung trend strength. If the market is trending or if it's not. Yun ang nagagawa ng TDI. I'm not sure if it's here. No? So sadly, I won't be able to show it. Wait lang, check ko lang yung mga ibang questions. Confirmed reversal using RSI. Anong time frame po siya mas effective? For any time frame, okay naman. Yung divergences na yun. Okay naman kahit anong time frame. How can we access the previous sessions? For the previous sessions, mag-register kayo sa Eventbrite. Magsisend ako ng ng email para makita, nandun yung links at lahat para hindi na mawala. Okay, details on the 6-month course. Meron tayong post dun sa PAFTI, the group. It's there. And then we also send it via email para may updates kayo. We'll send an email probably by tomorrow. All right. Yes, magkaiba po 'yun. So actually hindi na affiliated 'yun sa PAFTI. May parameter din ba yung zigzag? Actually wala. Hayaan mo na siya. Kasi ang ginagawa lang naman zigzag, yung tops and bottoms lang. So you just leave it default, it's already okay. All right. So anyway, I guess that's pretty much all the time we have for tonight. Anyway, thank you guys for attending. No, let me just recap our session. Now, kindly remember that whenever you're making a trading plan, kailangan mauuna po muna yung price action at saka mauuna muna yung market structure. No? So we will talk more about yung market structure soon. Pero yun yung parang pinaka-basis talaga ng trade natin. That's where you really get your levels. That is where you get your entries and everything. Now, yung indicators natin are meant to supplement that. Kasi syempre, hindi na mahirap mag-naked trading eh. Naked trading yun yung parang wala kang ginagamit na indicators. No? Maganda yun, no? But sometimes it's a little difficult for a lot of people. Minsan nagkakaroon sila ng mga butas din sa trading plan nila. Hindi masyadong maganda yung market entry, hindi masyadong maganda yung pag-establish ng trend, hindi nila alam kung saan sila papasok sa market, where it's the best entries, no? Nagsistrengthen ba yung trend, may volume ba yung breakout, meron na bang warning ng mga divergences. So, those can be supplemented by your indicator. Now, kindly remember that whenever you put indicators on your charts, you have to know what they're for and how they actually work. Kasi hindi po kayo pwede maglagay ng indicator kasi maganda siya tignan. I actually met a couple of people like that. No? Sabi niya, sir, ito tignan mo tong moving averages ko. Gumawa siya ng parang mga 20 yata na moving averages. Tapos may certain color. Tapos ang ginawa niya, yung color, very similar dun sa color ng rainbow. Di ba may pattern yun? So sabi ko, wow, ganda yan. So sabi ko, parang saan mo ba ginagamit? Where do you actually enter? Sabi, sir, kasi pag nagko-consolidate sila very tightly, tapos nag-expand after a while, ang ganda tignan. So sabi ko niya, hindi mo naman masyado nagagamit talaga sa trading mo. So, yung mga ganong instances, you're just wasting your time, no? Pag ganon. So, you have to understand what your indicator is for. You have to know its strength and its weakness. Kasi lahat ng indicators, may weaknesses lahat yan. at nakita ko naman, I kind of pointed it out, no, throughout the whole seminar na walang perfect na indicator. They have shortcomings, and it's good that you understand their strengths and weaknesses. You try to cover up for their weaknesses, and you mainly use their strengths. That is how to properly use your indicators, no. Now, what I suggest is you don't put a lot of them there, and you try not to overlap your indicators. Kung may trend indicator ka na, okay na yun, you follow that. You don't try to use 5. Siguro kung dalawa, okay lang, pwede pa. But try not to clutter your charts to the point na wala ka nang nakikita. So yeah, that's pretty much it now. Let me just answer a couple of questions before we end. May ibang option ba of payment doon sa PAFTI? Meron po. You ask si Alex, no? Pwede naman i-ano na lang. Siya na parang i-direkta na sa kanya. I-ano na lang niya sa system. I-approve na lang niya manually. And then recorded ba to? Yes, recorded po siya. I'll send the recording doon sa email. No? I'll also upload it sa YouTube. But do review on it kasi i-ano na naman namin to. Ilalagay na namin sa website after a while. Itatanggalin ko na sa YouTube after we're done with the sessions. All right. Ito, a couple of questions. Yung 6 months course ba mamimiss namin, may access ba sa past sessions? You will have access sa past sessions if you're a member dun sa website. Yung 6 months course, ito na, already answered that. Can we do a makeup class if we miss? Yes, you will have makeup classes. The point is for you to be able to trade well, no, after it. Okay, so anyway, before we end, I'd just like to announce a couple of things. No? So again, meron po tayong special promotion. May raffle tayo with XM. If you have a live account with XM, no, under PAFTI, no, hindi pwedeng ibang live account. No? You have a chance to win 100% deposit bonus. No? And aside from that, no, the raffles are actually just gonna get better. Meron pa tayong mga bigger raffles and bigger surprises at the end. Hindi mo namin announce, pero doon na, no, sa next webinar. Alright, so anyway, aside from that, meron din tayong promotion sa XM, no, yung 10-year promo. You can check out the website of PAFTI. It's there. Maraming mga perks on. They're giving away a lot of things. So in case you're already trading, why not sign up? You just basically register there. Kapag na-meet mo yung requirements, may ano ka din doon. May raffle entry ka din. Why not? No? They're actually giving a lot of things out. Alright, so yeah, I'll see you guys next week. We'll keep you updated doon sa ano din, sa email. So anyway, thank you guys for coming. Appreciate it. And good night. Have a very pleasant evening ahead of you. Okay. Bye guys.